let's get to it. Week 2 NFL picks against the spread. For our WMSC Sports pool, Sam Flesher and I both won Thursday night. We got Houston correct. Deshaun Martin, Tyler Monahan, and Nick Flaherty. Sorry, boys. Last week's totals, at least for the winning brackets, because for WMSC Sports hosts, we picked the winners only. Martin, myself, and Flesher went 9-6. Tyler Monahan and Nick Flaherty went 8-7. They need to bounce back this week. But first, our picks against the spread. We'll start with the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tennessee only favored by 1.5. This is an easy one. I'll pick Tennessee to win, and I'll pick them to cover. I like Marcus Mariota. I like DeMarco Murray. I thought the defense, even in the loss, had some good moments against Oakland last week. Jacksonville is getting a lot of credit for beating up a horrifically awful quarterback in Tom Savage. I understand it's Jacksonville. It's their home opener. But I like the Tennessee Titans here to win, and I like them to cover. Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore favored by 7.5. This is a very tough one, and I've kind of been going back and forth on it for a little bit, but I will take Baltimore to win, and I will take them to cover. I'm not sold on Cleveland's performance in Week 1 just yet. Baltimore played very well against Cincinnati last week on both sides of the ball. I like how Joe Flacco played. I think the Jeremy Maclin addition is going to be great for Baltimore. I will take Baltimore to win. I will take them to cover. Buffalo Bills at the Carolina Panthers with Carolina favored by 7. I'll take Carolina to win and cover that one as well. I like the Panthers in this game, but I'm still not sold on them being a contender just yet. We mentioned earlier in the show that the Buffalo Bills are just as bad as the New York Jets, maybe a little better. So a 7-point spread, I think that's very fair. I'll take Carolina to win and cover comfortably. New England Patriots at the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome. New England favored by 6. That's a tough one as well when it comes to how New England played last week, but I will take them to win and cover as well. They are due for a bounce back this week in so many ways. I think Brandon Cooks, you're going to see him come out in strong waves a lot this year. I think Tom Brady's going to have a big bounce back game. I think you're going to see a lot out of Gilsley. I think you're going to see a lot out of the defense. New Orleans didn't show enough to impress me last week. New England wins. New England covers. Arizona Cardinals at the Indianapolis Colts. Arizona favored by 7. I'm going to take Arizona to win. Indianapolis will cover. Indianapolis is going to start Jacoby Brissett, which to me gives them a little bit of a better chance to stay in this game. Arizona is without David Johnson for a long time. I think Carson Palmer has a lot on his plate by himself, and I don't think the defense is up to par. This is going to be not a tight game. I do think Arizona's going to win, but I will take Indianapolis with the 7 points. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Kansas City Chiefs with Kansas City favored by 5.5. This one can go either way. I thought Philly put up a great performance in Washington last week. I think Kansas City is getting a lot of credit, as they should, for what was a phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, Week 1 performance against the New England Patriots. 5.5 could be, could not be, but you've got Alex Smith, who played one of the best games. You got a guy in Kareem Hunt who is showing a lot as a running back. I will take Kansas City to win, and I will take them to cover the 5.5 points and go to 2-0 on the season. The Minnesota Vikings at the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the Steelers at home favored by 6. That one is tough. We just talked about that a little bit. A 6-point spread. I'm not sure about that one. But in regards, it is Pittsburgh. It is at home. You really can't bet against the Steelers in that aspect. Sam Bradford, Dalvin Cook, and all of the Vikings played very well Monday night. They are on short rest, so I will take Pittsburgh to win. I will take them to cover that as well. Chicago Bears at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa favored by 6.5. This is a more fair spread. I think it actually should be a little less with how Chicago played last week against the Atlanta Falcons. This one's tough. I mean, you've got Tampa. You're at home. It's your home opener after the whole hurricane last week. And Tampa has a lot on the plate right now. They to me, are a big playoff team this year. I have them winning the wild card this year and going far in the playoffs. I will take Tampa to win. I'll take them. I will take them to cover. I know that they didn't play last week. I know that this technically is their season opener, but it's the Chicago Bears. It's on the road. I'm not giving them much of a chance. Tampa wins. Tampa covers. The Miami Dolphins at the Los Angeles Chargers, with the Chargers favored by 3.5. First game for the Chargers in Los Angeles this season. Miami did not play last week. And, to me, I have Miami in second in the AFC East, but again, only because the rest of the division is mediocre. I don't think that Miami is that good, even with Jay Cutler under Adam Gase. I think the Chargers have a lot to prove after the comeback falling short on Monday night. I think they will cover the spread easily. Chargers win, Chargers cover. The New York Jets at the Oakland Raiders, with the Raiders favored by 13.5 points. When the spread came out, I was shocked that the spread... Actually, I wasn't shocked. I was more on the long sense I was surprised that the spread is actually this much. But I am taking Oakland to win, and I am taking them to cover. The Jets have no chance in this game. They have no offense, no offensive line. They don't have a quarterback. Their defense will be on the field the entire day, and that's what's going to cost them. Oakland played extremely well against Tennessee. Derek Carr looks reborn. Marshawn Lynch is back. Amari Cooper played well. The defense was outstanding in the second half. Oakland wins and covers comfortably. Oakland is going to shut out the Jets by 35 points. The Washington Redskins at the Los Angeles Rams, with the Rams favored by 2.5. Here's where I've got a problem. The Rams are getting a lot of love after beating a paper bag last week as the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to forget the points. I'm taking Washington to win outright. I think they're due for a bounce back in this situation. I think they're going to do it in Los Angeles. You got a guy like Kirk Cousins. You've got some weapons around you. Your defense is decent. I will forget the points again. Washington wins outright. The Dallas Cowboys at the Denver Broncos, with Dallas favored by 2.5. This one I've been going back and forth with the points. But the big problem for Dallas is the Denver defense. I mean, other than that, Denver has a horrific goal line. To me, their quarterback is not that good. And if the defense can get to Trevor Siemian, this night's going to be over quick. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think it's going to be close. But I will take Dallas to win and cover. The Seattle Seahawks host the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle favored by 14. I don't think Seattle showed me enough to be favored by that much. Seattle's home opener, I get it. That place is going to be rocking. But it was a defensive battle in Green Bay. And to me, Russell Wilson didn't do a lot to prove to me that he can handle this spread. I will take Seattle to win. San Francisco, I will take them with the 14 points. The Green Bay Packers at the Atlanta Falcons in the first game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta's history, and Atlanta favored by 3. Same thing going back to the Green Bay-Seattle game. Green Bay, they did a lot of things right. They did a lot of things wrong, and a lot of what they did wrong was they got off to a slow start on offense. Atlanta's not going to do that Sunday night. You're going to see a lot of similarities to last year's NFC Championship game. You've got the Atlanta Falcons, who, in my mind, are one of the favorites to win the NFC again this year. They had problems in Chicago last week as well. I understand that, but you've got Matty Ice, Julio Jones. You've got a ton of weapons on defense with Vic Beasley. This team is stacked. The way Green Bay played last week, I'm not convinced that they're going to go on the road, win the first game in the new home for the Atlanta Falcons. I'll take Atlanta to win, and I'll take them to cover. Monday night, and we've been talking about this game all day long. The Detroit Lions at the New York Giants, with the Giants favored by 3. OBJ is officially questionable for Monday night. I don't think he's playing, to be fair. I really don't think that this kid is going to play. You had a Giants team last week that showed you no heart, no desire to go out and perform with the Dallas Cowboys. I was upset with the fact that Dallas wasn't winning the game 30-0 at the half. To me, I think you're going to see more of the same on Monday night. I don't think, without OBJ, I don't think Eli Manning has enough weapons to contain with this Detroit defense. I think that Detroit's comeback last week showed you a lot about their team. I like Matt Stafford. I like this Detroit team. Forget the points. Detroit wins this game outright. And the Giants start the year at 0-2.